Hey everyone, so we just got back from our property up in North Florida, and I thought, oh my hair's a hot mess, and I thought I would take you along from when I first get home after the coop is left unattended for, well, since Wednesday morning. So I cleaned out the coop, I scooped it out and everything Wednesday morning, and I have not touched it since. My mother-in-law does get the eggs out every evening, but that is it. Nothing is scooped, nothing is raked, there's no water filled or food or anything, so they are pretty much self-sufficient except someone getting the eggs out. So first thing I'm going to do is get them some treats to walk in because I know they're mad at me for leaving them, and I hope you enjoy the ride. So now I give the girls grubblies pretty much every evening, but normally I will sit in the coop or in the run, and it's kind of bonding for us, but some grubblies. But as you can tell, they're ready. Whew. So let me give them some of these, and then I will show you how I clean the coop. First, I have to unlock it because I have locks on both run doors and the coop door because I don't trust anyone. Hi, babies. Did you miss me? I missed you. Come on. I can't give you treats if you don't come in. There you go. I know. Here you go. So give them a few treats. Doesn't smell too bad out here. Now, normally what I do is I sit out here with them and I let them eat the grubblies or any treats out of my hand. But since I know the coop's a mess and I want to clean it, I'm not really too concerned about it right now. Whoa! Stay out from under my feet, baby girls. So here's my bucket. I have a metal kitty litter scoop and a paint scraper, and then a bucket to put everything in. Hi, girls. I'm going to show everyone how pretty you look after I'm gone for a few days. Hi, babies. Big Bird's yelling at me, but that's normal. All right, babies, let me in. And anyone that has chickens know that they like to be under your feet. All right. Let's get into the coop, see how bad it is. Hi, Miss Silver. So as you can see, this side does not look bad at all. Both fans are running. And of course, I do have cameras. I have 3 cameras. I have one in the coop, and then I have one on each side of the run, so I can see them anytime I need to. And it does alert me if something major goes on. But as you can see, my nesting boxes, they look really good. I use the Eaton Pet and Pasture nesting pads. Miss Silver is laying. Hi, baby girl. So I'm not gonna mess with her to try to get eggs out. So this is the pretty side of the coop. And this is where they sleep. Looks like there's an egg over here. I don't even know, that's new. They don't normally do that. But as you can see, there is poo everywhere. And like I said, the last time I cleaned this was Wednesday morning. So it was from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So today is day 5. So I am going to clean out the coop, and then I'll show you how pretty it looks when I'm done. And the run doesn't normally look too bad. I don't know if, it doesn't look like they got any rain here. Our property's 3 hours away. This watering trough is pretty low, but we have this one with all the different cups, and it holds 17 gallons, and it's halfway full still. And then we have 2 5-gallon buckets of feed. And see, this one's probably about 3/4 of full, so they still have plenty of food. So you can go away. Just because you get chickens does not mean you can never leave your house again for a trip. We do have property up in North Florida that I would love to eventually retire to. It's about 3.5 hours away. And yes, eventually I would like to go up there and I can have as many chickens as I want. I don't have to worry about it, and I can have a rooster. But goals. Right now I don't have a job that allows me to do that, but maybe in a few years I will. We also have a pool to keep them cool. As you can see, it's a little dirty because they like to do dirt baths there and flick it in. So I will clean that out. And here's our other 5-gallon bucket. And it is about 3/4 full. So they definitely had plenty of food and plenty of water. And they also have their oyster shells and their grit. Looks like I might have to get them some more grit, just in case, because it's good for them. The oyster shells gives them extra calcium, and the grit helps them digest their food. Mine run in the run, so they do get grit because they do get dirt and stuff in there, but I always add extra just in case, because I don't really want any impacted crops. I don't want to have to deal with that. I have had my chickens, my oldest 3 I've had for a year. We have not had any major issues except a case of bumblefoot that I just gave up on, and the vet actually had to cut 2 more bumbles out. We had already got 2 out. But other than that, I have pretty healthy chickens. So it's time to clean the coop and then the run. Okay, so I have you in the bottom of our coop so you can see how I clean it out. I just have this metal scooper, and I use hemp bedding in my run, and you can scoop it, just kind of sift it out a little, and it pulls the poop, and I just dump it in the bucket. And then I keep all of my feed in buckets, so I keep the bags and I reuse them, and I put the poop and stuff and the hemp bedding in the bag to throw away. I do eventually want to compost, but I am just not quite there yet. Like I said, the first year I was just excited to keep my chickens alive. So now I'm going to do more advanced stuff, hopefully. And it will probably take me about 30 minutes to scoop all this, and then when I'm done, I'll show you how it looks, and then we'll move on to the run. Baby must be mad at me because normally as soon as I start cleaning, she is right up here, and she hasn't even come to say hi. So she's probably mad because I left her for the weekend, which is normally the case, but yeah, she'll get over it. They normally don't lay eggs wherever, but I just found this one on the other side of the coop. I am not sure whose it is because we have a few brown layers, but I'll go wash it off and put it in the fridge. When you have dirty eggs like this, which mostly mine aren't because my nesting boxes stay very, very clean. So normally if there is anything on it, it's just a little bit of dirt. I don't normally have eggs with poop or anything on it. So I will actually clean this one up, and then I will put it in the fridge, because once you clean them, they have to go right in the refrigerator. If you don't clean them, they will last a couple weeks on the counter because of the bloom. And if you don't clean them and you do put them in the refrigerator, they do last a couple months. But if it's dirty and you have to clean it, make sure it goes right into the refrigerator. All right. I will tell you, my chicken coop and chicken run smells better than the kitty litter inside the house. And no, I don't have a cat, but my mother-in-law does, and that is the worst smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. It's way worse than any amount of chickens. I do use First Saturday Lime in our coop and our run, so it helps with any moisture, mites, any flying critters you don't want around your chickens. And the hemp bedding also helps keep flies away, and it actually, all that poop that was in here, it does not smell, which is pretty impressive. So over here on this side always has the most poop, just because this is where they perch at night and they poop all night long. So normally when I come out here every day, there's not a lot out here. So I make sure I just sift it. But because I was gone for so many days, I'm basically just scooping out the hemp and the poop that was in here, because it's just a lot easier than sitting here sifting it. And then on the other end of the coop, where their nesting boxes are, is pretty much new bedding, because they don't do anything down there. And I will spread that down here because it's a thicker layer and it hasn't been used. And then what I'll do is I'll go to the feed store Monday and I'll get another bag and I will put it down at that end, and then the cycle continues. But there's been no flies, even after being gone and it not scooped for so many days. There's no flies, there's no mites, there's no critters, there's nothing in here. So I love this stuff. So now I just use, so you can see that, it's just a paint scraper. I think it was like 99 cents. I think I got it at Lowe's. And all I do is just scrape it. Now, when I do come out here and clean, I do look as I scrape the poop off of here. I do make sure that there are no splinters or anything that comes up, because I am scraping it and I don't want any splinters in our girls' feet, because that can cause bumblefoot. So we're pretty careful about checking these. And because I don't know if you remember, I had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 cases of bumblefoot, and that is absolutely no fun. So we came out, we got all new 2x4 or 1x4s, and we sanded them and rounded them, and we have not had any other bumblefoot except Olive, but hers is old, so it is not a new case. So I'm pretty sure, and it's been a couple months, so I think that has cured our bumblefoot issue. So I just make sure I come out here and I look really carefully to make sure no splinters come up, and if they do, then I make sure that my husband comes out here and sands it. And look who came in just to cause trouble. So here's all the hemp I got out with all the poop and everything in it, and then I'm going to put it in a bag and I'm going to throw it away. Any of you that, what are you eating? That's poop, that's gross. So any of you that do compost, I know they say hemp you can compost, and obviously chicken poop is good to grow vegetables. We do want to start a vegetable garden. So any of you that can give me any advice on that, please put it down below. And I am going to finish up here, and then I will show you a nice picture of what it looks like. Okay, everyone. So now it's nice and clean. I'm going to close it and let Silver lay. And I'll be back. So my husband's decided to come out and help. He's raking everything because they dug some major holes. You all know Mr. Graybeard Garage. He does all the hard stuff. He builds everything for me. I mean, for the chickens. Nope, she's still in there. All right, so I'm going to fill the water, probably dump it out and fill it so it's nice and fresh. And the only issues we had this weekend was Wednesday evening, our first night up there, of course, Miss Polly, our Polish, decided she didn't want to go in and she wanted to roost. And I am going to put that video in here because my mother-in-law had to come out and get her. Luckily, it was one of our small ones, so she was able to handle her. So enjoy this video. Come on, baby. Come on. No. Okay, babe.
Okay.
And then Thursday night, this cute little creature, aka baby, Miss Spoiled Appenzeller Spitzhaben, She decided she wanted to go in with about 30 seconds left. We do have an automatic coop door, and even though it says it will not close on them, I'm always scared. So I hope you enjoy that video that I'm going to post right here. And yes, my hands were sweaty through this whole thing.
I stilled the grass.
So my husband came out here and raked, and it is very just dry and dusty out here. Obviously, we did not get any rain here, but up where we were, it was horrible. He dumped out the pool. We're gonna spray that out. So what we do when that happens is we have a hose in the run. If you do not have a hose in the run or close to it, I highly recommend it. It makes things 10 times easier. So what we do is we just kind of mist it down. And then when we rake it, it's not so dusty. And the girls love it because all the bugs and worms and everything come up to the surface and they're able to get them easier. They don't have to dig for them. So they seem to enjoy it. All right, I will show you the finished product in a few minutes. So while my husband is in the run, filling all the waters and emptying them and cleaning everything out, it is 95 degrees right now, which is insane. So I'm going to give them some ice, help them cool down a little, and they love it. So for those that are new to this channel and you haven't seen my ice video, what I do is I just have the cheap Tupperware containers that you can buy. I don't even know who they are, Rubbermaid, whatever, that you can get at Publix or your supermarket, and they come 4 in a pack. I just fill those up with water. I put them in the freezer and they're always good to go. I have 8 of them. And I usually put out 4 at a time. So while 4 in the freezer, 4 being used, and I rinse them out and just keep redoing it all summer long. So the run's nice and raked. Water's full. I'll clean out those cups. I just spray them out. This trough has been cleaned out and refilled. And the pool has been cleaned out and refilled. And they are having fun with their ice. And there's Olive right in there. And yes, she still has her bumblefoot bandage on, so I did a good job. Hi, baby girl. You cooling down? Does that feel good? Yeah, you like it? She's the smart one for sure.
Yeah, because Marshmallow's down here packing it.
Yeah. Hi, baby. Hi, Blue. You gonna get in there? Yeah? They're picking off the little pieces. Or they're pecking it and making little pieces, not sure yet. But it is hot out today, so I'm gonna make sure the girls stay nice and cool. And it looks like Silver's still up here. Yeah, she's panting, but she always pants when she lays. It's probably about 10 degrees cooler here in the coop with the fans going. I can definitely feel a difference when I put my head in here. Hey, there's ice out here for you, baby. Okay, everyone, thanks for joining me after coming back from a few days off. Saw what the coop looked like when I first got back, and now it looks all nice and pretty. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't, please consider doing so, as it does help our channel out a lot. And it is Sunday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. So I don't have much left of the weekend, but I'm going to enjoy what I have, and I hope you do too. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.